Hi guys, and welcome to another edition of Prohire TruckTV, and today we find ourselves out and about in Oxford with a company you may not be overly familiar with, but it's a company called Volta, who are a startup company manufacturing electric vehicles and certainly in the heavy commercial vehicle weight range. And we come here today to have a look at what this is all about, and I have to say, hopefully over the next few minutes you'll get a decent insight into the world where maybe some of the smarter electric companies are going to go when it comes into delivering urban commercial vehicles at a decent weight range. So it's great that we can be here and have a proper look at this. So let's take a good look. So what's so special about this? You might say to yourself, well, it's extremely modern, extremely fresh, and it is something that you'll unlikely see on the roads anytime soon, but it's really worth everyone looking at this and really getting a flavour for where it's going to take it. So it's very much an urban delivery vehicle, you know, and certainly one of the best specs and the most ingeniously laid out vehicle I've seen, I guess, ever, you know, and you know, what's not to love? You know, this has got urban delivery, it's got electric, it's got mirror cams, reversing cams, load space cams, everything, you know, that you would expect to see in something which is almost you know, Star Trek-y. I have to say, it's amazing. It really is amazing, and I guess to a certain degree it's a pleasure to be able to ride around in something like this in an urban environment, and to jumping up and jumping down, in and out, brilliant, you know, superb, really well laid out, just absolutely love this. So Volta is a Swedish company who've decided to make a large commercial vehicle for urban delivery, and you know, speaking earlier to their technical people, I have to say the questions I asked, a lot of the questions I want to know about battery range and power, and when you look at something like this, we're packed with a 200 kilowatt hour battery pack. You know, we're expecting 200 kilometres. Equivalent WLTP, of course, with large vehicles you don't actually have that measurement. But 200 kilometres on a vehicle like this, it's pretty decent. Currently plated at 16 tonnes, and 16 tonnes, you know, with an 8-ton payload. Again, extremely positive, you know, really good. Some of the great things that are coming down the line with this are going to be potentially an electronic axle, you know, amazing, you know, world changing for when it comes to electric vehicles. You know, they can come with tail lifts. You know, we've been speaking at length about the way that the temperature control is going to work. You know, some really great information there as well, and something that I can't share with you just on the video. You know, this is again a conversation piece where we can sit down and have some proper conversations. You know, DC charging, of course, essential when it comes to large vehicles. Taking this vehicle out on the road and doing 200 kilometres in a cab like that, you know, brilliant, round town, in, out, just amazing. Production vehicles, we're going to see demonstrator vehicles certainly in the early part of next year, which we're going to be involved with, and certainly from my perspective, I can't wait, really thrilling to be involved with something quite so modern and technical. Of course, again, from a Prohire perspective, all the vehicles that we showcase will be available on contract hire, so we'll be able to manage that whole process for you as we do with everything else. This, for me, a real game changer in as much as, if you look at the way that most OEMs at the moment are looking at electric vehicles, they're not looking at it from the same way that Volta look at it. It's a ground up vehicle, so we're looking from the very bottom, from the tyres right the way through to how the vehicle will be operated through to you on a day-to-day basis, and no mention of diesel at all, because of course there never has been. So everything around this vehicle has been designed around electrification, and I guess from my perspective is how that can be developed as opposed to detracted from. So if you look at Tesla, you know, when Tesla started in 2012, you know, everyone kind of went, okay, fine, and now it gets developed and developed and developed. Look at this car. You know, connectivity is the absolute when you look inside this vehicle, and that's how the connectivity will come with when it works for you. So upgrades and how we develop this going into sitting in a depot near you. And of course, as you know, in Prohire, our whole USP around this is to ensure that what we can do is make sure you've got enough power, to make sure you've got the right routes, to make sure that this vehicle is looked after with you from right from the day you get it until the day it returns and goes into another life. But you know, what's not to love? You know, I have to say, just from the aesthetics of this vehicle, it's one of the prettiest vehicles I've ever seen, and which is you know, the amount of old lorries I've looked at over the years. You know, what can I say? You know, I'm delighted to have been invited here today. Delighted to have a good look around this vehicle, and delighted that all the technical questions that I asked were answered without a quibble. Wasn't quite expecting that. So well done, Volta. What an amazing thing to see. So we've had a quick spin around at the Volta vehicle, and to be fair, it's conceptual, it's in development, it's coming on stream. One thing that I'm going to commit to over the next few months, and certainly over the next 6 months or so, we're going to be in further contact with these guys and working through some programs and some information that comes out, and we'll make sure that what we do is we feed back into this forum. Plus also, remember, you've only got to talk to us at any point if you want to try and get more details on anything that we're showcasing or talking to you about. But there's a lot more information to share, a huge amount of things going on, far too much that you can put into a video and to show on our channel. But we'd be delighted to go through that with you at any point. For me, one of the best pieces of equipment, futuristic equipment I've seen in a very long time. You know, hope you enjoyed it. If you do, please like, share, subscribe. You know, it really makes it for me, and really do enjoy what we do with the time that we have with these people and the vehicles. So please give us a shout if you need anything. Everything's available on contract hire, and we've got a lot more things going on. So see you again soon.